Hello, everyone. Welcome to E-commerce Training Academy. My name is Ala Hassan, your host in today's session about helping you doubling your e-commerce sales in the next 12 months. Now, today's topic is somewhat of, I'm getting this question a lot, let's just say. And it's all about, Ala, can you help me increase sales? And when you think about increasing sales, there's so many different angles that you can literally achieve this objective of yours. Now, when it comes to doubling your e-commerce sales with not a lot of headaches and not getting overwhelmed, there's only a couple of ways of looking at it, especially if you have a limited amount of budget. So if you're the type of person right now, you're dealing with a main challenge right now. If, let's say, for example, you're running an online store, you're dealing with a big challenge currently where what it is 97 to 99% of your current store visitors are not converting. They're not purchasing your products, which is normal because if you think about it, the average conversion rate for e-commerce retailers right now is sitting between 1 to 3%, sometimes less than 1%, sometimes a little bit more than 3%. Again, there are some exceptions to the rule. But overall, in general, the average e-commerce conversion sits around that 1 to 3%. So it's normal to experience 97 to 98% of people simply coming into your website and leaving without making a single purchase. Now, it becomes a very big challenge for you as you start growing your business because obviously you're putting so much effort in trying to figure out how can I send more traffic? What type of marketing should I be doing? What type of emails should I be sending out to my customers? How much should I be spending on Facebook ads? How much should I be spending on Instagram? Should I do Google or not? What else can I do on my website so that I convert more people? And one of the best ways, one of the simplest ways to help you achieve this is by using an e-commerce marketing funnel. And throughout my career, whether companies, I'm helping them launch their e-commerce business, just getting started, or you already have a 5, 6, 7-figure e-commerce business and you're trying to hit an 8th level figure, 10 million plus, the marketing funnel still works and continuously to work for many, many decades. And to this day, because it's really taking into account the way consumers shop. And the way, obviously, nowadays, the way we shop could be different based on the fact that we no longer have to go to the stores. We can just start online. And when the internet got introduced, that's when our consumer shopping behavior have changed. So when I look at the e-commerce marketing funnel, the same applies, whether it's 20 years ago, the last 10 years, or even now in 2020, it still works if done right. And today, I want to cover this topic because I feel that sometimes a lot of people get overwhelmed with e-commerce marketing in general, that they really ask themselves, man, is it really worth it for me to do all of this? Because honestly, if you think about it, my God, there's so much to do. Where do you put your efforts? And today, I'm going to share with you one of my strategies that I teach big companies how to implement internally for themselves when it comes to growing their business or establishing their business with an e-commerce channel. So let me just make my screen a little bit bigger because I'm going to be showing you lots of examples and you don't want to miss those. So when you think about an e-commerce marketing funnel, typical funnel is this. You have so many people coming into your website and with hopes that only a few, obviously you want more, but only a few will eventually convert. Now, when this type of traffic comes into your website, how do you attract this type of traffic? How do you make sure that you keep them engaged as they go through the funnel? And eventually towards the end, they come out as customers. And that's what we're going to talk about. So what is a marketing funnel? It's a simple 3-stage process your audience flows through, going in as complete strangers and eventually turning into actual customers. They go through 3 steps, and the steps are as follows. Top of funnel, also referred to as tofu, not the food, but you know what I mean. Middle of the funnel, mofu, and bottom of funnel. If you really want to simplify your life, just remember those. Tofu, mofu, bofu. Focus your efforts around these 3 stages and see how it's going to change. Let's go through each one. So when we talk about the top of the funnel, obviously we're trying to attract customers coming in to the website, and also known as the awareness stage. You want people to be aware of the fact that you exist, not necessarily that you sell a specific product, but you actually exist. You want them to discover you. You want them to engage with you. You want them to consider looking into what it is that you have to offer. And that's why we call this also the awareness stage within your funnel. Now, I'm going to go in here. For example, your audience is struggling with a problem. Okay, it could be anything. Mom to it's like either a soon-to-be mother with their first child. It could be someone who is thinking about just getting healthier, eating, changing their healthy habits, incorporating some healthy habits. They want to lose weight. They've been gaining a lot of weight over the past couple of years. Someone who wants to take on, let's say, meditation. They want to be a little bit more, they want to relax, reduce the amount of stress. I mean, there could be so many challenges that people will face. And in your category of products that you're selling, everyone is dealing with a challenge. It could be from an accountant selling services, someone who hates dealing with numbers, wants to reduce their tax obligations, or needs help with financial stuff, to someone who's in a spa. At the end of the day, the type of customers you're targeting are dealing with specific challenges. And the whole idea why you're in this business is obviously to profit by providing them a solution to this. So your audience is struggling with a problem in the top of the funnel stage, so also known as awareness. They're searching for solutions. Most of our searches nowadays, and you can look at your own behavior, they start online. We either go to Google, we go to social media, we ask our friends, we ask our network. It starts a lot of it online. Back in the day, it used to start some other ways, reaching out to the phone book, reaching out to people, buying newspapers, we see ads, we watch TV, infomercials, you name it. Most of the time right now, we search for a solution online, and that's where the first initial step occurs, digital. They're not necessarily interested in buying your products at this point. And you have to keep that in mind, because the type of content that you may be putting out there does not talk about your item. It talks about the solution to the problem. Eventually, the goal is to convert them and to make them aware of what it is that you sell. But keep in mind, at this stage, there is no sales. We're not selling anything. We're providing value by providing them a solution to their problem. That's TOFU as a summary. The middle of the funnel is this section also considered as the consideration stage. At this point, they've looked online to look for a solution. They discovered your website. They discovered your brand. They got what they needed. But you know what? They're now looking into the next step, which is they may be evaluating products within your category. And they may be looking at different brands. They may be looking at different models of products. They're doing a lot of research. So now they know, well, if I need to lose weight, I need to consider what. So let's take this example. I want to lose weight. When I start my search on Google, I may not be looking for a specific way of losing weight. I'm looking for tips in general. And let's assume I land on your website and you are a company that sells juicers, okay? And one of the articles that you wrote is 5 healthy ways to lose weight in the next 90 days. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Let me look at what these guys are saying. That your results show up on Google. Again, I'm simplifying it at least a little bit so that you get the point here. I go to your blog post and I start reading. And so these 5 tips include drink more water, start going to the gym, sleep more, meditate. And one last tip you give is start juicing. Juicing is a great way to get all the nutrients you need. At the same time, you will lose weight. And I'm like, you know what? That's interesting. I never considered juicing. I hate going to the gym. I hate doing everything. I'm doing everything else, but I don't feel like working out right now. Let me start by eating something better, healthier. Let me start juicing. So I got a solution to my problem, which is to lose weight, feel healthier. Now I'm evaluating brands and models and the type of juicers that exist. And I'm going to be doing a lot of research. And that's the MOFU, middle of funnel consideration stage. And that's where you try to help your customers figure out which product should they be considering, or which model, or which brand, and so on and so forth. And don't worry, I'm going to go through a lot of examples. The last stage they go through is bottom of funnel, also known as the purchase and repeat purchase stage. So at this stage, your audience has decided to buy your product. Now they know you sell the best juicers. Great. They know they need to buy the Breville 30X Max, the latest version. Perfect. They still need a push to purchase. They're still not ready. Sometimes they need some confidence in what it is that they're about to purchase. And that's your job. In this stage, the bottom of funnel is the places where we go to usually. We go to Amazon. Amazon is amazing at bottom of the funnel type of clients. Because at the end of the day, when you go to Amazon not to learn about photography, you don't go to Amazon to learn about that. Maybe you may go to them for the middle of the funnel. You're looking for all the different brands of cameras. But usually we go to Amazon knowing what it is that we're looking for. We're just finding the best deal, the best model number, the best person to buy it from, and to see which one we would go with. Amazon does a really, really good job at going at the bottom of targeting bottom of funnel type of customers. That's why I tell people, if you want to survive the e-commerce game, you cannot only focus on the bottom of funnel customers, because Amazon and the big retailers are playing this game. You can't beat Amazon sometimes on price. But you know what? If you start focusing on customer in the middle of the funnel as well as the top, you've already established a relationship that eventually will have value to those customers that you're targeting, and they in turn into paying customers. So you have better chances of converting people if you target them towards the top, the middle, and eventually they reach to the bottom if you do a really good job and your product is actually good. Now, the last thing inside this step is making sure that not only you get people to buy the first time, but you can't forget to turn buyers into repeat buyers. Like I'm always mentioned, the first time you acquire a customer, it will be a very costly transaction because you have to spend a lot of money on marketing to have them come into the website. And eventually, a big chunk of those people will be leaving the website. We know that 97, 98 to 99% will leave. So whatever you've spent so far is relying on the fact that there's one person who's going to buy from you. And that's why the cost of acquisition is expensive nowadays for a lot of the retailers. That's why it's very important for you to have systems in place that will allow you to make customers come back again so they can become repeat buyers. Have them purchase something else. And we're going to go through a lot of examples. So really get ready for a lot of examples, because I'm going to go through in detail for each of those. So I'm not just going to tell you this is what you need to do. Here's how a brand is currently doing it. Let's talk. And if you have any questions, again, make sure to ask them inside the Facebook comments, and I'll make sure towards the end of the video to answer them. Now, top of funnel awareness. What are we talking about? So the first thing you need to focus on is create quality content for this stage. So things like blog posts, create videos, infographics, illustrations. You really got to put out a lot of content first, because at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is solve a problem without selling your product. And the only way to do this is by either sharing your knowledge, sharing your tips, sharing your tactics. And the way to do this is by either creating blog posts. You come up with a bunch of topics that are usually being dealt with by your customers, they're being challenged with, and you write about each topic. If you feel more comfortable being in front of the camera like this right now, then just create a video. You can also create infographics, a nice visual way of summarizing the solution. And you see this sometimes whenever you're trying to summarize a specific study or a research that has been done. Or you may put, if you're on Pinterest, you're searching for tips, and you notice that sometimes you have these nice long image infographics, and they tell us step 1, do this, step 2, do this. And that's a lot of home improvement projects that usually go about that. Or you may have like recipes and also illustrations. It could be like photos, images, illustrations in terms of telling people how to do things. It could be screenshots. It could be anything of that nature. The idea here is to provide quality content. The keyword here is quality. Don't just put up a small little paragraph and assume that's content. No, really put out some quality content, think it through, figure out what are some of the challenges that your customers are facing, and what type of solutions can you provide them without being salesy, without selling them on your product. Now, if you're limited on resources and you really don't have a lot of time to do all that stuff, I always tell people, do a video first. If you start with a video, here's the thing that you'll be doing. Not only are you going to have videos that you can share on YouTube and other websites, but you can create a blog post out of this YouTube video. You can put this YouTube video on your website as a blog post. You can actually transcribe the audio and have it converted into a blog post, and you just do it with nice headings like I'm doing right now. Or you can even take out the audio version of it, put it as a podcast if you want, outside of the video, and you can add images and illustrations. Notice how if you start with a video, you get so many different formats of content that can be distributed on all sorts of channels. This is exactly what I'm doing with my own academy right now. I'm doing first a video, and then I make sure I convert this video into multiple formats, and I leverage that to generate more awareness. So I provide people solutions to problems across all these different platforms, whether it's through Google searches, YouTube, podcasts, you name it. So that's the first step. Second step, as soon as you create this content, you have to make sure it lives in your online store. Don't put it just on YouTube. Everything links back to your home base, which is your website. So in this case right now, what's going to happen is if you've done the homework properly in the previous challenge I've had, or making sure that your website is properly set up for SEO, make sure that everything is properly connected to Google Search Console. Now, when you have your website there, Google has a way for making sure that they always crawl it so that every time you add a new page, a new product, it gets indexed and can potentially show up in search results. So you're going to wait now. As soon as the content is there, you're going to start waiting for it to be indexed by Google, and you start sharing it across the web. What could be on social media, it could be everywhere. So don't just sit and wait. Start sharing it across social media, because that helps. You can even email your customers right now about this piece of content. Because remember, this content can also benefit your current customers. It doesn't have to be only people that don't know about you. Then you focus on driving traffic. So yes, I just mentioned that you could post it on social media, but you can add on to it a little bit more. You can put some paid search campaigns, PPC campaigns. You can literally target some of these keywords on Google, and instead of promoting a product page when there's a lot of competition, you may target people who are searching how to stay healthy or how to stay healthy with juicing. There's so many different ways. You can pay for that or do it organically, again, by waiting for Google to pick it up, by you sharing it on social media, by emailing it to people, or even reaching out to other bloggers or anywhere. You can just share it in Facebook Lives and live streams and just talk about this new piece of content so you can drive traffic. This section here, eventually at a certain point, after your web page starts getting indexed properly with Google, it will start driving the right traffic if it's properly optimized, obviously. Sometimes the topic you're going to write about is going to be very important, because sometimes the topic is very popular and there are already many other websites who will have higher authority, better than you, that can rank well on Google. So you can't compete against them because you're still new. Find a topic where there's not enough competition, and usually do a keyword analysis on this, especially for those who are going into SEO. I mean, that's the topic of SEO here. So this is the top of funnel type of steps that you need to follow so you can target those customers that are in there. So you can see right here, I'm not talking about what campaign to launch. I'm talking about how can we target top of funnel customers. We're trying to raise awareness, so you know what's the goal. I'm giving you 3 steps to follow. And immediately I'm covering all sorts of digital marketing initiatives, from content creation, content marketing. We're talking about SEO. We're talking about PPC, social media, paid, organic, email, and everything else. All of this was simply us sitting down and saying to ourselves, let's target people in the tofu level, top of funnel. You see how easy that is? Let me show you some examples. Beard brand is one of my go-to brands whenever I want to kind of emphasize on a specific strategy, because they do a really, really good job. So these guys sell, obviously, beard products, oil, balms, body kits, hair kits, whatever it is for men. And you notice how they are amazing at creating content. Their blog is full of content, and a lot of this content is literally targeting people who want to grow a beard, a mustache, facial hair in general. And they're not pushing their products. A lot of times they're just giving you ideas, inspiration. They're giving you valuable insights. In this case right now, they wrote a blog post about how to grow a thick beard fast, the only guide you'll need. So think about it. If I am in the top of the funnel customer, well, what is it that I'm dealing with? Well, I'm dealing with trying to grow a beard. That's a big challenge that some of us are dealing with. So then they wrote an article on how to help you grow it really, really fast. And this is the only guide you need. That's going to grab my attention. And I'm going to click on this when I'm searching for it on Google, or I may be browsing on social media, and Beard Brand maybe put up a Facebook paid ad, and that's targeting men between specific ages who have shown interest in beard products. Another article right here is top 21 best beard styles and the best for you. So again, I may already have a beard. I already know about their product, but you know what? Let me look into this different styles. Every year, the styles change. So they even wrote something that becomes a little bit more focused around trends. And you know that people do search for these things. Again, they could use this to raise awareness of their expertise within this category. Now, if I am going on Google, again, so they wrote the piece of content. Now they need to get indexed. So I went on Google and I'm searching how to maintain a beard. And guess what? Beard grooming tips, how to maintain an awesome looking, obviously, beard. And they're there. So they're not number one, but who cares? You're in the top 5. That's what matters. So you see right away, as soon as they start writing these things, they get indexed, they start showing up for specific terms that I may be searching for. In addition, now they're focusing on driving traffic to the website too, targeting top of funnel customers. They're creating all sorts of Facebook ads and Instagram ads to drive, again, traffic to their attention to their products or their product line or their website by saying how to maintain a better beard. Now, different focus, different challenge that people may be dealing with, but they're using now Facebook videos for that. On Instagram, they're also using stories as a way to promote another challenge, how to keep your beard tidy. Notice how they're not talking about anything about beard oil, beard products, or equipment, or whatever it is that you need. They're literally focusing on providing you tactics, tips on how to deal with the challenges that people with beards are dealing with. So again, no selling at this stage, and Beard Brand does a really, really great job at this in this situation. They don't stop there. They also share emails. They send out emails to people as they start welcoming them. Again, top 10 bearding tips. No mention of products. They're just talking to you. You signed up to their newsletter. They send you an email about that. Another piece of content. You can repurpose, again, content. The same content could live on a video, sits on a blog post, convert it into a text, convert it to a Facebook ad, put into an Instagram story, put into an email, and you're driving everyone back to the blog post. Because where is this blog post? It's sitting in your online store. Again, the chances are that they're going to come in, they start reading it, they like what you have to say, they love the value that you brought in, and they start shopping from there. And you move them to the middle of funnel, which this is where we're at. Now that I know that Beard Brand exists, they gave me all sorts of tips. Well, what do I do now? Based on the tips I've gathered so far from these guys, it seems that I need some products to help me manage my beard. I need to put some oil, some balm. I may need a brush. There's the shampoo for it, like a wash that I have to go perform a specific type of wash. Now I'm interested. I saw that they can solve my problem. They gave me some solutions, but I can also solve the problem and make it better, take control over it by using their products now. So now I'm moving into the middle of funnel, also the consideration stage. I am considering not necessarily buying their product, but their type of product. I don't know if I should buy it from Beard Brand or should I buy it from another brand. At this stage, I'm not sure, So what happens there? What should you do as a retailer? Now, engage shoppers. In this stage, you want them to engage with what it is that you have to offer. So a couple of ways of going at it is create a quiz. Help them decide what type of beard they're trying to grow, what type of product is meant for them. Look into what it is, that they're being challenged, who they are, what are their current interests, what are they, where do they work, the professions. This way, you can use the quiz answers to help you come up with recommendations in terms of what products or what category of products they should be considering. Quiz does really well. You can write also more content. Now, the content is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be focused around helping them decide what to buy. So you're doing comparison content, you're helping them understand what to look for. I like also creating content in PDF downloads, so a PDF buying guide. People can actually download a guide in exchange for my email, take my email, give me the 10 things I need to look for in a beard oil before I buy it. This way, you're helping me shop for a beard oil, not necessarily yours, but you're educating me, helping me understand what are some of the things I need to be looking for if I am to consider buying, if I'm considering buying a beard oil product. Again, you're helping me here, but I am starting to consider your brand as the solution as I learn more about what it is that you do and what it is that you offer. You can also do a lot of educational videos. Again, you're engaging with shoppers with interactive content or static content similar to the tofu stage, but it's targeting specific topics that a person in this stage is dealing with. So it's a little bit different. You can also guide shoppers. So that's the next step. This step is really about the shopping experience on your website. We're all shoppers. Not everyone is a customer yet. But you know that you go inside stores, you're browsing, you're looking around, you start interacting with the website, looking to see if they have something of interest to you. A couple of things play a role here. Your navigation is critical here. That's why I always tell people, spend a lot of time in how you design and structure your navigation menu across your website, especially on mobile, because a lot of people forget that again. If you look at your analytics, from our experience, at least 60% of your traffic is going to be coming in from mobile devices, because we're spending a lot of times on these machines here. So you need to consider that when it comes to building out a good shopping experience, especially when it comes to designing your navigation menu right on top. So that's the first part. You have to look at also site search. How is the search experience on your website? People come into your website, they search for products. They're not searching on Google here. They're coming on your website. How is that experience? Are you helping them come up with search suggestions? Are you pointing out specific products? Are you handling typos, spelling mistakes, synonyms? How is your search working? Search is critical for e-commerce, especially when you have a big catalog. And a lot of times, the conversion, people who search tend to convert better at a higher rate than people who don't search. So again, it's an important feature, and one of the mostly used, a feature that's constantly being used by shoppers when they visit an online store. Another thing that you can consider is a comparison feature. People can look at multiple products and they can select a bunch of them and they start comparing them. A lot of shopping cart solutions do offer that natively inside. But enabling this feature can help people decide which model or which product should I consider in terms of the beard oils. So a comparison summary could also help. And the last thing is add to favorites. As you start browsing products, you're looking at multiple items. Some of them are in one category, some of them are another category. Some of them you look at them on Monday, others you look at them on Tuesday, Wednesday. You want to make it easy for people to bookmark some items without even having to log in if possible. So add to favorites, that heart that you see, you sometimes refer to add to wish list, is also a great way to help people bookmark the products that may be of interest to them, so that if they decide to come back on the website, they can easily find them without having to go through the whole search experience. The last thing you need to do at this stage is to empower shoppers. How do you empower them? Well, you give them all the information they need so that they can make a decision whether or not they should consider your category products, your specific items that you're selling. So things like a category page. As people start navigating, make sure that your website is properly structured in your products are properly organized in your catalog. So you make it easy for people to discover them and to browse your store. So category pages are very important when it comes to grouping products of similar features. Product pages. Obviously, it's the most important page before the conversion. People are going to look for the product. You want to have the product there, pricing information, a summary, just overall general information about the product itself, the specs, ingredients, materials used, a detailed description of what it is. All that information is sitting on a product page. So you need to make sure that you have all these pages properly structured so you empower shoppers to make a decision. The last thing is recommendations. As people start looking at your products, maybe you may recommend some other items they need to look into. For example, I'm looking at a specific product and you may say, you know what? People buy usually this product with this other item. So you're offering usually bought together items. You can also mention what other items may be similar to what it is I'm looking at. So you're expanding my selection so I can see my options. Oh, maybe this beard oil is great for someone who's getting started. My beard is very thick. I may be looking at another. I should be looking at another one, and you can recommend that directly on a product page. Again, it's almost like having this 24/7 salesperson sitting on the website, and that's why you need to empower them through all these digital things that you have sitting on your website: product page, category page, search, navigation, and so on and so forth. So this is the middle funnel. I hope this makes sense. Now I'm going to show you some examples. So beard brand, again, you go to the website, immediately the first thing they do, they don't have this shop now. I know what they sell. They want to help me understand what kind of beard am I trying to grow, or what kind of beard do I have, so that they start recommending the right products for me. So I can take a quiz, and this quiz is going to help me consider the right products for what it is that I'm looking for. They also have content created specifically to guide me in terms of figuring out what should I be considering at the product level. Now, here's a blog post they wrote about the ultimate guide to beard trimmers and hair clippers. So if somebody's getting started in growing their beard, they may need some clippers, they need beard trimmers, hair clippers, and there's so many things to look at. There's so many brands, there's so many features that I need to look at, there's so many different prices for these products. Well, Beard Brand said, we have those, for example. I believe they do have those, But we're going to help you more decide what to look for when you're thinking about purchasing these items. Whether you're buying it from beer brand or not, we're going to help you decide which one is right for you. Another thing they do really well is their navigation. Notice how when you go to their website, they have categories properly set up. If I click on kits, they have subcategories, everything properly aligned, everything is properly structured and designed inside the menu. The same goes for their mobile menu. So again, if you browse Beard brand, whether it's on a desktop, tablet, or mobile, a very consistent shopping experience. Not difficult to understand, very intuitive design. So I don't have to think twice when I'm browsing on their website. And that's something that helps you, again, can let people consider your product because you're helping them find more information. When you start searching, so for example, I clicked on the magnifying glass right here. I typed in beard. Immediately, they show all the main different products that satisfy my search. So I'm looking for a beard product. So they're showing me beard softener, beard wash, beard oil. They're also highlighting on the side all the blog posts that talk about specifically the beard. And again, just another way of saying, we have more than just products. We have a lot of knowledge we can share. We have an expertise in this domain. Let us help you figure out what it is that you're looking for. So their search is pretty smart. It took into account products and also content. So you may want to consider that as an upgrade to your current search. Right here, they also provide guides. These guides could be downloadable or it could be just into a blog post. But again, the difference between beard oil and beard balm. You're not telling me what to look for, but you're explaining to me the difference so I can decide, do I go with the balm or do I go with the oil? That could produce into a PDF download, or you can do it this way with a simple blog post. This is a category page. As I'm browsing the website, they've structured their category pages in such a way that I can easily find products. Again, simple layout, 3 products per row, full width, beautiful images, clear titles. The prices are there, and the reviews are there. So it helps me decide what product should I be looking at. When you go to a product page, same thing, very well laid out. I know what I'm looking at, a beard wash. I know the price. I know the different fragrances that are available. I can choose different quantities I want. I can look at the different payment methods, add to cart, all of it from the product page. Again, it's an important page that needs to be taken into account when designing your shopping experience. As I'm on the product page, I mentioned recommendations. As you start scrolling down their product page, they're also recommending additional products. So sometimes they're promoting bundles, or sometimes they're promoting a 3-pack, again, or different types of products. So I am looking at a beard wash, but I may be considering a wash and softener set. Oh, that's interesting, and it's on sale. Maybe I should consider that. I may be considering, instead of a beard wash, a beard softener by itself. I may be looking at a beard oil 3-pack or a balm. So if I arrive directly on the product page, they're still showing me additional items that may be of interest to me. Now that I've considered Beard brand, and you know what? I like those guys. They help me find solutions to my beard challenges. I decided to grow my beard. I know that I need to take care of this beard somehow with the right products. I know what type of products I'm looking for. I know I need to get an oil, not a balm. I need to get a brush. I know they have everything. It's time for me to convert. So we're arriving now at the bottom of funnel, which is the purchase, and then we're going to talk about the repurchase stage. So the purchase stage is what we're talking about here. Most of the time at this stage, now that I know, for example, I've spoken to a bunch of friends, I've done my homework, and I know that I need a beard oil, 2 things happen. People who are at this stage, the numbers are about 55% of people usually start their product search on Amazon, and the rest is everywhere else, from Google to their favorite retailer. So at this stage right now, and this is why I say Amazon is winning this game, I may be looking for this product. Now that I know I need a beard oil, I may be searching on Amazon for beard oil, but I also know that Beard brand exists. So I have Amazon to look at everyone else, and I have Beard brand, and I start the process right here. So at this stage, you need to build confidence. So let's put Amazon on the side. Beard brand, I believe, is not selling on Amazon, so there's no chance for me to buy it there. So that's out of the way. I like these guys. I don't care about the other brands they're selling, because now I've developed a relationship with this brand. They've been helping me, and they've shown me that they know their stuff when it comes to beard growing, and they sell quality products because they've helped me figure out what to look for. I love their ingredients. I love everything they stand for. So Why am I going to be looking at another brand after this whole time being invested in this one right there? So build confidence with these shoppers when they arrive at this stage. Provide them with things like ratings and reviews, social proof. Show them pictures of other people using your product. Talk about some of the policies you have, whether it's your return policy or talk about some guarantees. You may have a satisfaction guarantee with no questions asked. So again, this is the place where you put in all these things, these elements that will increase confidence. Show them the payment options that you have. PayPal, you may have fraud detection, all these things matter. Provide them with information about your shipping options. You may be using FedEx. If people are buying something expensive, they want a reliable shipping carrier. So FedEx is known to be reliable, let's say, or UPS with tracking, and that's a little bit more expensive. But again, highlight how you ship your products. How long is it going to take them to receive your items if they were to purchase it today? All of these things are important. That's where Amazon rules. I mean, you see it. Their product pages have every piece of information you may be considering or thinking about, and it's all there before even scrolling down. The last thing you may consider building confidence is incorporating some omni-channel features. Things like buy online, pick up in store, buy online, return in store, reserve online, pick up in store. So all these omni-channel experiences are great because if you have store locations, you can give more confidence in users, telling them, by the way, you're based out of New York. Guess what? You can buy online, or you can come in and visit us at the store, and we have the same products there. So even showing inventory at the store level is a great way of building confidence, because you're going to be like, oh, if I buy my beard oil from these guys and they have a store in downtown New York, then you know what? If I need to return it, it's okay. I feel confident that I don't have to go through the hassle of sending it back by post, and I can just go to the store. So these omni-channel, highlighting these omni-channel features on your website does increase the level of confidence people will have in what it is that you have to offer. Now you've done that, provide value. Do a little bit more. So now you've told them, this is what we bring you, this is all that stuff. Provide them, I didn't say incentives, because sometimes a lot of brands don't want a discount, which is totally fair. And I don't always push for discounts, but provide value in one way or another by either offering them some coupons, promotions, bundle pricing, discounts. You can offer a free gift with purchase, or simply highlighting your expertise. Tell them, you're buying from someone who has the expertise in growing a beard. We've been doing this for 10 plus years. I mean, that's value to the relationship that you need to highlight, because to people, obviously, you have that experience. Amazon's not going to have that experience. The brand that they're selling may have it, but Amazon just has a customer service rep who's going to speak to you. But at Beard Brand, if I'm speaking to them there, I'm speaking to someone who's going to be passionate about this or an expert at growing a beard. And that's what I want to deal with. So again, value can come in, not just monetary. It could be an incentive. It could be just something you highlighting about the fact that you're buying from someone who knows their stuff. We have proven results with what it is that we sell. The last thing is, obviously, we know, again, 97 to 99% of people simply don't convert. You need to have triggered automated reminders. Things like an abandonment email campaign. So as soon as there's browse and abandon, so someone is looking at a product and you have their email address, you can email them, tell them, by the way, we saw you looking at this product. You may also want to consider this product, or this product is amazing because of 1, 2, 3, just a browse and abandon. You can send them a shopping cart abandonment email. You've added these 2 items in your cart. You haven't completed your purchase. By the way, you should come back to the website before we sell out. You can do some retargeting, whether it's on Google with shopping ads or on Facebook. You can literally show the products that people looked at and they did not purchase, and they start following them as they start browsing the web. So many different ways of going at it. You can even have some site messaging. What do I mean by that? I came to your website. I looked at 3 different products. I didn't add them to my wish list. I didn't add them to my favorites. I didn't click the heart or the like. I left. But when I came back to the website, your site is nice. It remembers what I looked at. So it shows a section called recently viewed, and I can easily go back to these products. So site messaging is great for, again, retargeting people with some of the products they looked at on site, and you do everything else offsite with, let's say, advertising, or use your own email list through the triggered email campaigns. Let me show you some examples. Let's talk about build confidence. So Beard Wash, when I'm looking for that product on Beard Brand, you notice that it has 449 reviews. And if I click on that, I'm able to read all the reviews that are have been left for this specific product, whether positive or negative, and they're all real. I mean, these companies are not gonna play around. And usually, when you see this, like they have 1,800 almost reviews for this product. I mean, that's serious, a really good amount. And now, obviously, you're not gonna read all of it. At a certain point, whether they had 2,000 or they had 1,000 already, that's a lot. So at a certain point, the amount doesn't make sense. But what's important is for these reviews to be authentic. And what I like about them is they're very authentic and very, very detailed. So I could read one of them, or I could read some of them that have a lot of likes, the ones that have had an impact on shoppers, and I can just focus on those. And if I see that someone left a review that I can relate to, great. I'll feel confident. I'll buy this item. Another thing they highlight is all of their shipping, their returns, their guarantees. Like, for example, don't worry, if you aren't completely satisfied with our products, we'll take care of you. If something doesn't work, we'll find a product that does. If we can't, we'll make you whole. We offer a full refund up to 60 days from date of purchase, not 30. After 60 days, we can do a refund or store credit. So they're not even like making it hard for you to consider their items. Swaps are always free, net difference in the product costs. And again, you at this point, if you're thinking about buying beard oil, don't you feel confident that these guys really know what they're doing, and you feel confident that they're going to have the right product for you, especially the fact that they're willing to stand by it? That speaks loud. I mean, that speaks a lot about what it is that they have to offer. The quality is there. Another thing is they show you all the different payment methods. They have Shop Pay, Google Pay, PayPal. Again, it gives me confidence that I don't need to put in my credit card if I don't want to. I can just simply use one of their payment methods. They send me an email as soon as I forget something in my cart, and if I didn't complete my purchase, telling me, by the way, just reclaim your cart. You have some items in there. This is just a quick courtesy email to remind you about your cart, which will expire soon. Click below to let us transport you. Click below to let us transport you right back where you left off. The wording is somewhat weird, but again, that's their branding. Right there, they have the product that I forgot in my cart. They have also Facebook ads. As I start browsing, I forgot the product. I went on Facebook. Some of the products start targeting me. They start highlighting the fact that kit pricing saves you money, free shipping over $50, stay stocked up on your favorite products. Again, they put their products right here. All of this can be automated, so you don't have to do this for every person, obviously, but you just got to make sure everything is properly integrated. Another thing is, the last one is, when I go back to the website, they show me a list of all the items I recently viewed. Again, they just simplify the whole process because they want me to convert. And that's the whole idea behind this. I looked for a coupon discount. Instead of saying we don't offer coupons, they actually, as soon as you search beard brand on Google, the landing page is a page they've created saying, what's the deal? What's the deal with the fact that they don't have any coupon discounts and coupon deals? So in here, they explain everything. So they're not the type where they like to do the stuff. They like to have the regular pricing, which makes sense. But now I feel even more confident knowing that, okay, I'm not missing out on anything. There's no fear of missing out. I don't have to look for a coupon. They don't have coupons. I don't have to worry about this. The price is what it is on the website. So again, that gives me confidence, and I'm willing to convert because I'm at the last stage now. So now that you're there, I bought my beard oil. I got it. Everything is done. Well, still, you can't stop there because you need to focus on making those buyers become repeat buyers. And again, that part of the funnel is very, very important because sometimes, again, I remind you guys, you may lose money on your first order. The money is in the second, third, fourth, fifth order and over a period of time. So if you caught me, you got my attention at the top of the funnel with that piece of content, you've retargeted me, you've spent $30 trying to acquire me as a customer, and I bought a beard oil for $30, you most probably lost money. Now, here's your job. You got to make it so that it's easier for me to come back to your website, purchase my second bottle, my third bottle, or even additional products over a period of 3, 4 years, 5 years. I mean, those who have a beard may grow it for a good long time. So again, the lifetime value is where you're going to make your money. So it's very important for you to focus on repeat buyers. And this works for every business. So what can you do for the repurchasing stage? Delight customers. That's very important because your product may have been amazing, but your customer service sucked. No one is answering the phones. No one is getting back to me on time. I had a problem. You didn't take care of it. I went to social media to try to voice my concerns. No one spoke to me. It's bad. Forget it. Delight us. Constantly provide us great customer service, live chat, phones, you name it, fast shipping. Create content that delights customers too. Now that you got them and they bought your product, don't stop creating content. Create content for bottom of funnel customers. Create content for people who are using this product. Give them additional tips. Give them ideas. Again, delight, nurture these relationships so that they come back to you once again. And you could use it with blogs, videos, as well as Facebook live streams or Instagram lives. Number 2, keep communicating. You cannot stop communicating with these people. You have to remain top of mind. So sending them emails is critical. Promotions, information, it could be your latest new arrivals, it could be a Black Friday sale, it could be a new blog post that you guys wrote, anything. Just don't stop sending them emails. Retargeting ads. You can show them ads about your new arrivals. So you can literally go to Google, Facebook and say, show this ad of the following 3 items that we just got to anyone who hasn't made a purchase in the last 60 days. Perfect. You're retargeting people, so you bring them back to website, increase the chances of them making another purchase. You can also take it to the next level with direct email. You can send them, direct mail. You can send them a print, a postcard. So there are companies that can automate things for you. It's a little bit more expensive, but you can actually give them a list of all your customer information, and they're going to send out a postcard to their mailbox telling them about an exclusive offer, but you're not doing it online. You're doing it offline. The last thing is provide targeted offers. Don't just blast it. Provide curated recommendations. You bought this beard oil, and you look at your data and you see that people who buy this beard oil usually buy also this product, this other oil eventually within 60 days, then offer them these recommendations because it's based on a purchase behavior. You can offer them some exclusive VIP deals. If somebody is purchasing from you $500 a year, then you know what? Why not once in a while say, thank you, we appreciate it. Here's an exclusive coupon that works for this weekend. Take a discount on it. Sephora does that. I know that every time their sale is about 20% off, everybody goes crazy. Again, they're offering a discount to people who spend a lot of money, and they end up spending even more. You can also notify people of new products, new arrivals, new items that come, whatever it might be. Again, just continuously provide targeted, segmented offers. Don't just blast the list, be specific. So examples. One thing I like about Beard Brand is they also have a subscription model. So you can actually go into the website and you like this beard oil, you've used it, and you don't want to think about this every time. You can just sign up to their subscription model and they'll give you $5 off. So instead of giving you a discount on the product immediately when you buy it one time, they'll give you a discount if you sign up to the automatic shipping. So in the end, you automatically receive the bottle every 2 months, 3 months, depending on how they have it set up. So subscription models are great. They also allow you to sign up to their newsletter across the website. You see these offers, sign up to the newsletter for more tips because they want to keep the communication going with you. They're constantly writing new content for their blog. Again, blogs are sometimes not focused upon much by e-commerce retailers. It's a mistake, really big mistake. Yes, it takes time, but as soon as you start ramping up your efforts, you start creating all this content, over time, it starts ranking really, really well. Beard Brand doesn't have it, but another brand has it, the Beard Club. Refer a friend, refer someone, you give $10. If they buy, you get $10. So that's another way of doing some recommendations or referrals so that you get an incentive back from doing so. Again, you don't have to do all of these things. You don't have to put a subscription model, refer a friend, and all these programs. Test things out to see if it makes sense for you. Another one is great for repeat buyers is having a rewards program. This works really well if you have a product that is constantly being restocked. So a beard oil makes sense, shampoo, beauty products. Again, you're telling people, purchase again from us, we'll give you points. And the more you accumulate, the more you have opportunities of claiming those points for an actual product in the future. Last thing, they constantly communicate with you across social media, whether it's social media paid ads or organically. You have some videos on how-to videos. They talk about, like, for example, right now everybody's staying home. So at-home beard maintenance is easier than you may think. So they're not selling, they're giving you tips. So they keep the conversation going. They're delighting their customers, again, by not being so always salesy, And they're doing the same thing on Instagram. They're sharing videos about right now because people are washing their hands a lot. So built for excessive washing, price is temporarily lowered on a 3-pack. Again, they're selling some soap. They're finding ways of bringing you back to the website, remain top of mind, follow trends, follow what people are dealing with, and putting out content that resonates with their audience. That's it. Let me recap now fully what we've talked about. So the funnels are, again, to simplify things for you when it comes to digital marketing and trying to generate sales, focus on the e-commerce marketing funnel being number one, the top of funnel, tofu, create quality content, get indexed on Google by Google, and then start focusing on driving traffic. Middle of funnel, mofu, engage shoppers, guide shoppers, and empower shoppers. You can go back to the presentation and I've listed all of them. The last stage is the bottom of funnel, which is one of them is the purchase stage. You focus on building confidence, provide value, and trigger automated reminders. Now that you got the sale, how do you make them come back and repurchase again? So that they become repeat buyers, delight customers constantly with amazing customer service, and really just going all out and making sure that you remain top of mind. Keep communicating with them. Don't stop. Email, social media, retargeting, and provide targeted offers. Don't just blast your list. Provide them recommendations based on their purchase behavior and also how they behave on the website. And there are a lot of marketing tools that can help you do this. That's it for today's topic. I hope this was useful. I know that a lot of you have requested a lot of examples, and that's what I wanted to make sure in this presentation here. It's a very important concept of the e-commerce marketing funnel, because I truly believe when people tell me, how do you stay on top of this industry? I say, you know what? I focus on this process here. The funnel is how you should be focusing your online efforts. And we're not talking about operations. We're not talking about product marketing and all that stuff. We're talking about really focusing on how to drive traffic, how to engage shoppers, how to constantly make them purchase from you, consider you, remain top of mind without getting overwhelmed. Because I can tell you for a fact, it does get overwhelming. And at a certain point, you start wasting a lot of money and you really don't know what's working. And all of this stuff starts making you go crazy, because of the fact that you don't have a marketing funnel in place and you're not focused on building content for each of those stages. That's the reason why you're dealing with this. So I hope this was useful and you will think of implementing this concept immediately in your business, whether you're getting started or you're already selling 6 figures, 7 figures, even 8 figures. If you're reaching 8 figures, you know the stuff. That's why you're at this level. I hope this was useful once again. If you're watching this on a recorded session, thanks again for tuning in. You should consider joining our Facebook private group where I do these sessions live. You get to ask me questions. And this is the moment right now. I would say bye-bye, thank you. And now I'm going to go into the group, inside the group, to see if anyone has any follow-up questions. All right, I do see people hanging around. Let me just go in and perfect. So I see one question, long one. So let me just go in, have to look into it. So Felicitas, Liz is saying, thank you, Prestigious Marketing shared some info about it, but your explanation was, glad you liked it, Liz, appreciate it. So Felicitas is asking, very interesting topic about funnels, Ala, thanks. Just thinking now how I can be so creative, or how can I apply or use these if my products were, say, bracelets, or what content to write or pick for my blog posts, maybe talk about charms, health benefits, or advantages, disadvantages of the materials. And yes, so obviously now it's a matter of figuring out what topics. And from the previous videos I've had, there are multiple ways for you to gather some of this knowledge. You can join Facebook groups where they talk about bracelets and see what people are talking about. You can go on reviews of bracelets on Amazon and see what people are leaving as reviews and get some ideas from there. You can go really just any discussion across Facebook, across Google, do some searches, go to forums, go on Instagram, follow some big brands that are selling already bracelets. Look at the comments left by people inside Instagram, and you can get some ideas. What are some of the questions they may have? Again, there's so many ways of going at it. There are some paid tools to help you figure out what to write about, like buzzsumo.com, but you have to pay for it. There's just so many different ways. You can use Google Ads as a way for you to search some of the keywords that people are searching by and for you to come up with ideas. Again, it's just a matter of knowing your customers. The best thing would be is really speak to someone and survey them. And that's the simplest approach. Create a Facebook group with like 10, 15 target customers of yours and tell them, guys, I really need some help. I'm trying to create this website. I want to create content. I would like to bounce ideas with you guys because I know you love bracelets. Can you please join my private Facebook group? And in there, I want to have some talks and I'll give you guys discounts on future orders in exchange for some feedback on what content should I be writing about. Again, a lot of times you just ask people who may be interested in your product and see what resonates. That's the best way to go about it. It's a process, so just put in some of the work, obviously. Great. Happy birthday. So enjoy your birthday as well. And yeah, just put in the time. It takes time, obviously. You got to do some of the research to figure this out. All right. I don't see any more questions. So thanks again for attending this live session inside Double My E-commerce in my e-commerce sales in 12 months. And I'll see you in the next coming video. Take care. Bye-bye.